Hey, everybody, it's Tell2 Sports Radio. I'm going to tell you the truth about the Dodgers beating the Padres and how wrong I was picking the Padres in four. The Padres went 24 scoreless innings from game 4 and 5, and then three. The grand slam by Tiacha. Oh, wait, let me get it right here. The grand slam, and then the homer. He hit a home run tonight, too. The grand slam that Teoscar Hernandez. I'm sorry. Teoscar Hernandez. Come on, Ronald. Hit. The grand slam he hit to get the Dodgers closer in game three, and that loss that woke up the Dodgers. And I think that gave them the confidence that they could compete with the Padres, and the Padres beat them up in game two and talked. And that lunatic Manny Machado throws the ball in the Dodgers. They're so stupid and immature, just obsessed with beating the Dodgers, and they had a chance to win game four at home, and they got beat up 8-0, and the Dodgers got going. Mookie Betts has played better. Dodgers pitched, man. I wasn't sure about the pitching, and Yamamoto pitched his rear end off. He went 5 innings, 2 Ks. The rest of the bullpen has been really much improved. Shut them down. Kiki Hernandez is so tough in the postseason. And it's on to the Mets. And they're going to have to hit a whole lot better. You're going to beat the New York Mets, because the New York Mets own the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, and ninth innings. You got to be on your edge. If you have a lead, you're nervous because they're so good. That homer, that Alonso hit against the Brewers was huge. The homer that Pete Alonso hit was huge against the Brewers, and it gave the Mets life. They were dead. The Brewers were about to celebrate, and they came back from the dead. And ever since then, the Mets just believe. They've been hot for the better half of the season, and now they're really, really playing good. And they have some rest because they beat the Phillies. Lindor with the grand slam in the sixth inning when they had left men on, but that means nothing. The Mets, and you know when the Mets won this series? The Mets won this series when they came back on the Phillies in game two and tied the game at 6. I think the Phillies like, what manner of men is this? How in the world are we going to beat? We can't beat the Mets. They knew it in their hearts. The Mets knew okay, we lost, we got them. When they come to Citi Field, we're going to own them. And they did. And they took care of business. They did what San Diego was trying to do. And the Mets are a more mature team. The Mets and Dodgers are a great matchup because Dodgers are talented. There's not going to be no cakewalk, But the Mets blueprint split in LA and win 3 in New York. I think they split in LA, win 2 in New York, and then win game 6 in LA. I think they're going to go back to LA. The Dodgers, they have more grit, I think, than people think, because the Dodgers have been losing every playoff since, other than 2020. The Dodgers come up short. And it's a battle-tested crew. And they've been there before. And Ohtani is due. He started out good with a homer, but he hasn't been great in the postseason. What if he gets going? Freeman got a base hit. Teoscar Hernandez has been fantastic in the postseason. But the back end, how good is the back end? The back end can't be quiet. You're going to get beat up by the Mets. You're losing 5. The entire Met lineup is hitting the ball. Winker, Alonso, Lindor, just Manea is pitching good. It's just been one hero after the next. Sterling Marte, Iglesias, Brandon Nemo, Jesse Winkler. They come at you. They the whole lineup is hitting. I don't know what the Dodgers are going to do. Dodgers they've been a pitch out of their mind against the Mets. But they're home. If the Dodgers could somehow get to 7, that would be a little tough for the Mets. The key for the Mets is keep it in 5 and 6, and then move on to the World Series. How can the Dodgers get this lineup out? I want to get Noel Sanchez on. He's probably at the game, probably celebrating. I tried to get him. He's probably partying. I will get him, and that's a question I'm going to have to ask him. How do you get these guys out? Because they chew up and spit out the top relievers, and the Dodgers got a really good one. And the Mets, they don't care. The Phillies had a good bullpen, and the Mets just chewed that bullpen out, spit it out. Can can Treenan, can Blake Treenan get that key save? Get them 3 outs in City Field in Dodger Stadium with runners on base. And the Mets are great at getting 2-out hits. Can the Dodgers stop that? Can the Dodgers get 2-out hits? Can the Mets continue this magic and go right into LA and take care of business? Those are the questions. And now, the Cleveland Detroit series has been great back and forth. I cannot wait till tomorrow. It's a deciding game 5. I'm going to be pumped to watch it. Now, can the Cleveland Indians break through on shoe ball? Shoe ball has been unhittable. Shoe ball's the type that'll go 8. He'll be like, take bullpen, take the day off. I'm going 8, then we'll get our closer in. 8 innings of shoe ball, and the closer, let's go home. I'm slightly favoring Detroit, even though Cleveland's at home. College football. Woo, we got 3 pretty good games. Ohio State and Oregon. Ohio State was lousy on the line of scrimmage the last 3 years. They have corrected that problem. They are the #1 red zone efficient team in America, and that's because Judkins from Ole Miss is there, and Henderson has been fantastic as a running tandem. The quarterback is looking really good. Jeremiah Smith he's a professional wide receiver playing a kid's game. I mean, he's so much better than everybody that could guard him. But now Oregon plays fast at home. So I expect a nice, tough, competitive game. The problem is Gabriel's got to be better. I expect more. When Gabriel left, transfer from Oklahoma, I said, this is a good pick. Good matchup. Gabriel's going to be able to do his thing in Oregon. He hasn't been great. He has to be great this game. But Jeremiah Smith he's just insanely good. But now listen, Oregon's sneaky good with their offense because that Jordan James can move. They're always kind of fast, slick, running, passing type of, and they play fast on defense at home. But Ohio State they want to smash you in the face too to go along with their great running game. And can Will Howard do it? Can Will Howard bring it? 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. We shall see. I think I slightly favor Ohio State. Wouldn't surprise me if Oregon pulled off the upset. But Ohio State is a better team. Ole Miss and LSU. Ole Miss is a better team. They're at LSU. I give LSU a puncher's chance, but the number that I don't like is LSU's one of the worst secondaries in America. I saw South Carolina should have won. 93rd ranked pass defense. That's ridiculous. Now, Dort was I was very, very disappointed in him in the Kentucky loss at home. That was ridiculous. But I expect that now Trey Harris, they need him. He's their star receiver. But if he doesn't play, they just have to find a way to go on the road and win. I gotta see how Trey Harris is because he's a guy that could just annihilate LSU secondary. I like LSU all the way. I mean, I'm gonna pick LSU at home. I don't trust. I'm gonna pick LSU. I'm gonna pick LSU at home. I don't trust Ole Miss after that Kentucky game. I think that Kentucky, LSU will take care of business and they're going to survive in advance. And this is a swing game for both teams. This is a playoff type of matchup. This is the winner is in good shape as far as the 12, making the 12. The loser better run the table. But I tell you, I like somehow, some way, Nussmeier's going to make it happen. Nussmeier is going to make it happen. I do believe that. Now, my team, Oklahoma and Texas. I'm rooting for Oklahoma because my marketing guy Brian Zinko is an Oklahoma grad, and I gotta I usually root for Oklahoma in this Red River shootout, but they're a 14 and a half point underdog, and there's a reason. Texas is explosive. Quinn Ewers, Quinn Ewers is Manning play good, but Quinn Ewers has the experience, and I just think they might be too much for Oklahoma. Blue at running back, Isaiah Bond, the Alabama transfer. Barnes and Burke's going to have to play well for Oklahoma. Arnold can't make that mistake at quarterback. It's just Texas is so explosive on offense and defense. They got athletes there. They have the best. They're like the best talent in America, and it's just Oklahoma comes up with nice trick plays in these kind of games. They're going to have to. Texas is just better. Texas is going to win. I hope I'm be rooting for Oklahoma, but this is Tell the Truth Sports Radio. I'm picking a long. There's one really good NFL game. Two, Dallas and Detroit's pretty good, but I think a lot of the attention of the football fans are going to be at MT Bank Stadium, where the Ravens take on the upstart Washington Commanders, who are balling. Jaden Daniels is playing out of his mind. Lamar Jackson's been good. Jaden Daniels, whew. You see, Lamar Jackson got 9 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jaden Daniels has 4 TDs and 2 interceptions, but it's just the level of how good he's playing for a rookie. Not today. I like Brian Robinson Jr. I really do, but not today. I love McLaren, but not on this day. I believe the Ravens are going to be a little too much. I don't think they can stop that combination of Henry and Zay Flowers and all of those great stars. And then I think Hamilton, the best safety in the NFL, Hamilton, will pick off Jaden Daniels. I think it's going to be a rude awakening. Washington's going to have a great season. They're going to make the playoffs. This is going to be their moment where they stub their toe. I'm going to go with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry at home. They're going to beat up the Redskins. The Redskins. If I call them the Redskins, I really don't care. I'm going to keep it real because that's who they really should be. But I'll just, for podcast sake, the Commanders, I just don't think they're ready for this level of play. The Ravens are trying to get to the Super Bowl, and Washington's trying to get to the playoffs. And there's a difference. And they're on a mission. Their defense has been sound. Well, they got beat up by a great Cincinnati Bengal team defensively, but they did what they had to do. I just think they're going to have an easier time defensively against Washington. Lamar Jackson makes a couple more plays. Daniel's going to have his moments, but not this game. Not this game. Baltimore beats up the Washington Redskins. Redskins. I keep saying that. Washington Commanders. Dallas and Detroit is a little harder to call. Detroit's in Dallas. They should have beat them last year. Dallas hasn't played, even though they've won, they haven't. I've seen Dallas play at a high level. That's not a high level. You're playing a mid team in Pittsburgh, and the Giants are still developing where they're actually playing better, and they end up winning, which is the most important thing. Dallas is at home. This is a toss up because Detroit's playing better, but Dallas is capable of really playing well with Lamb and Schultz, not Schultz, and Lamb and the receiving core that they have that I do like, and I like. You know what I like? I like Dell's okay. The running game isn't the best, but I do like Jake Ferguson. That's who I. Jake Ferguson's the key. The offensive line solid, but I tell you, I love CeeDee Lamb in this game because Detroit plays straight man. They take chances, and Dak can have a field day. But Detroit can also score because golf and company are playing good. They are in a groove right now. I watched them against Seattle. In golf and Gibbs and Williams, that pass run, and golf lives off of the play action fake. When the running game is set, golf is comfortable. If that's happening, golf can get in a groove. I think both quarterbacks are going to play really well. It's a toss up. I think whoever has the ball last will end up winning that game.